What if I told you, yes, you, that I could turn the hardest decision in your life, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, into the most trivial matter? Make a molehill out of a mountain, if you will. But what could such an important thing be? Obviously, choosing a career. I mean, it's gonna be a lifelong decision. It's a very long term thing. And on top of that, most careers have a barrier for entry. Financial. You need money to go to college to learn the skills, which is another barrier for entry, the skills themselves. So, without any further ado, let's talk about how you can choose a career. The first thing to consider in choosing a career is very simple. It's just what you want to do, right? That's it. It's just that simple. It could be, in my case, I want to be a chef and I want to own restaurants. So I decided, hey, if I'm going to have a restaurant, I should probably learn business so I can run the restaurant. So some careers you need multiple skills and degrees for. Not necessarily, but if you want to learn them, yes. And then there's what you can do. There's what you want to do, and then there's what you can do. And no matter what, there are some things that you're not going to be able to do everything. No one can do everything. Anyone can do anything, but no one can do everything. That's a very important distinction, right? And then there's what you can learn, a third separate thing, what you can learn, right? Some things are way too complicated for most people. Obviously, most people aren't going to become NASA rocket scientists and send people to Mars. That's a very hard, very select few people who really put their minds to doing that. So it's sort of a balancing act, a Venn diagram, if you will. You got three circles. You got what you can do, what you want to do, and what you want to, and what you can learn. And right there in the middle, right there, is going to be what you can make your careers, right? And then, now let's talk about how you choose between those, Really, for me, personally, it was just kind of a feeling. I just wanted to become a chef. And I just really wanted to feed people good food. I like making food. It's fun for me. And that's one of the best things, too. Don't choose a career if you won't have fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, it's just going to be awful your entire life. You're not going to be having a good time. Plain and simple. And you gotta know your options, too. Right? And that goes back to earlier with the Venn diagram. You gotta know your options. It's very, very important. Because, it may end up you only have one option when you consider all those things, or it could be you have 10, 12. Everyone is different. Everyone is special in that. And the very most important thing is to be decisive, to be sure. If you're not sure, there's always going to be that seed of doubt right in the back of your head, that what if I did this, what if I did that? That will never help you. The what if will never help you. What can is what will help you. What can I do? What can happen? It's always a matter of viewpoint, optimism. You just have to come to a conclusion. Speaking of conclusions, I hope I was able to help decide what you want to be. I know most of you are in college because you already know. Hold on, my phone is... Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah. I know most of you know what you want to be. You already got your majors in that, or you're working on your majors. But there are some of you probably watching this who don't know what you want to be, who don't have an idea. You just felt like college was the next natural step, and if that's the case, and you don't know what you want to do, please listen to my advice. There is nothing worse to see than someone who just isn't happy with what they do. It ruins that industry, for one thing, and it's always sad. If you're not happy with what you're doing, you're just throwing your life away, plain and simple. Thank you for listening.